don't realize there has been three separate mass shootings in three different cities on the same goddamn night. You got Philadelphia, three dead in Philadelphia, three dead in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and three dead in Saginaw, Michigan, all on the same goddamn night. What are the chances of that? Even if you can just say people went out here and orchestrated in different cities, said we're gonna do it here, y'all do it there, y'all do it there. What's the chances of three people getting killed in each city on the same night? The mass shootings. What are the chances of that? They are really pushing this thing. Cape Lavis said for real, for real. I knew about the Philly one earlier, then I heard about the Chattanooga, Tennessee one a couple hours ago. Now I just seen there was also one in Saginaw, Michigan, if you haven't heard that yet. Same story. Three people killed, multiple, many others injured. This shit ain't making no sense. It makes too much sense actually because it's not that much of a goddamn coincidence. You know what I'm saying? Philly and Tennessee alone, I was like, that's enough of a coincidence. Now you're saying there's a third city with three people killed on the same night? Shit ain't adding up. When I first started doing YouTube, shit like this was happening. We would come out here and make videos, talk about gun control, gun control. They're gonna take the guns. They're doing this for the guns. At this point, I don't know what the hell they're doing this shit for. But I tell you one goddamn thing: these white boys in Pennsylvania ain't giving nobody their motherfucking guns. I tell you that for a fact. I don't know how they do it in California and New York and Texas and shit like that. These white boys here in Pennsylvania is not giving nobody their motherfucking guns. I can guarantee you that. I tell you that. I bet my life on it. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I can tell you for an absolute fact. These white boys in Pennsylvania is not giving up their fucking guns. It's just not gonna happen. So I don't know if that's what the motivation is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I don't know what they're gonna try to do with this thing. Cause I can't really see them taking nobody's guns nowhere. And like I said, I'll say it again if you haven't heard. These white boys in Pennsylvania with these guns is not giving their motherfucking guns to nobody. They will die with their guns up. I guarantee you that. These boys out here in these rural areas of Pennsylvania, the outskirts, you know what I'm saying? Outside of Philly, outside of Allentown, Hamburg, all these areas, the Poconos and shit like that. These white boys is not giving you jokers their guns. I guarantee you that. So I don't know what they're gonna try to do with this legislation. What they're gonna try to do with it. But it's definitely obviously something. You know what I'm saying? You don't have three mass shootings in three different cities on the same night and three people get killed in each one. That's called symbolism. That's not a coincidence. That's not by chance. That's symbolism. Something else is going on. You know what I'm saying? But, something's going on. I don't know what the hell it is, but it's definitely something when Democrats are in office more than anything. Somebody earlier, keys to success came in my video earlier, and I made a video about Philly and was saying that because I also seen Tariq Nasheed say this too the other day. They trying to turn any shooting where black people are using guns and shooting into mass shootings. I noticed that. This thing in Philly, I'm not saying it wasn't a real mass shooting. I don't know enough details about it yet. But if it was just some gangsters going down there and shooting people that they knew, trying to kill people that they obviously were trying to take out for whatever reason, that's not really a mass shooting. You know what I'm saying? That's just some niggas in the street acting crazy. That's not a mass shooting. A mass shooting is when somebody open fire and just start shooting random people that they have no connection to. People that they don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's a mass shooting. Not when you shoot at people that you actually know for a reason. And then you may or may not hit other people in the midst of it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they trying to clump a lot of black shootings. Like there was one down in where was it? Somewhere else in Tennessee, I think, like a week ago or something like that. At like a festival, mad people got shot. What was that? Tennessee, in Oklahoma, as a matter of fact. and they said that was a mass shooting. What that was just niggas in the street acting dumb and just shot a bunch of people that they was beefing with. They got into a fight, so that's not really a mass shooting. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Tariq Nasheed said that, and keys to success. One of my came into my comments on the other video and said that, and that's true because they trying to paint. Of course, they gotta, you know what I'm saying? Because all the mass shootings really are by white people for the most part. Even that doctor out on the dude that killed the doctor the other day in Oklahoma, that wasn't really a mass shooting either. And he wasn't a foundational Black American. He was a immigrant of some sort. But he went there to kill a doctor that he felt was not giving him the right meds or whatever it was. So that's really not a mass shooting really either, technically. You know what I'm saying? He shot people that he knew. Like I said, one or two jokers might get caught up in the casualty of war in the crossfire by accident, but that doesn't mean that you went there to actually just shoot a bunch of random goddamn people. So I don't know how that's possible. Three different cities, same night, three people killed in each city. So I guess we have to wait for more details to see what they try to say about it. That's about it. But like I said, if this is all about gun control, I don't know how they do it in your state, Joker. I don't know where you're at, how y'all operate. But here in the state, the Keystone State of Pennsylvania, where they say you got a friend in Pennsylvania on the billboard, these white boys out here in this Keystone State of Pennsylvania is not giving nobody their guns. I can guarantee you that. So if that's the plan, it's going to be a lot worse before it gets better because it's going to be hell to be paid. These white boys is not giving nobody their goddamn guns. I'll tell you for a fact. I guarantee you that. These white boys out here in the outskirts of the cities in Pennsylvania where they got their own farmland and shit like that, they own animals doing everything on their own. A lot of people out here live in self-sustained, totally 100 complete self-sustained living. Some of the outskirts area in Pennsylvania, you go to it. I learned this a lot when I was doing Amazon delivery. A lot of these people out here, they got their own farm. It don't be like a farm how you think a farm is. Like you grow up, or like where I'm from, a farm, you think of like, you know what I mean? Cows, farmers and stuff with like a straw hat, hay bales and shit like that. It's not like that. They just be having enough land to have a couple animals on their land, chickens, a couple animals that they can eat and put in rotation and keep eating off of and feeding off of. They got their guns. They got big ass water tanks of water and shit like that outside their house. Um, some of the jokers might not even have regular electricity. That's how they do it out here in Pennsylvania in the rural areas. You know what I'm saying? And they know what the hell they're doing. They're the ones that's going to survive when everything hits the fan. They're the ones that are going to be able to survive because they got everything on their property that they need. They got everything on their property to survive any of this shit. People in the city. We worried about food shortages and shit like that. And people out here in the sticks in Pennsylvania and probably most other states that have the same type of living, they're not worried about none of that shit. They can survive right with the shit at their house. They don't need nobody else for nothing. You know what I mean? So we'll see where this shit goes. Hit the like button if you haven't yet. But in case you just came in here, I'll say it again before I dip. 3 separate shootings, 3 different cities, 3 people killed in each goddamn shooting. What are the chances of that happening? What are the chances? You know what I'm saying? Even if 3 sets of people, because in Philly they're saying it was multiple people, multiple shooters. So even if 3 different sets of people in 3 different places organized it and said, look, we're gonna go out to different cities. Y'all go over here, shoot that up. We'll go over here, shoot this up. We'll go here and let that up. What's the chances still of each place having 3 people killed? That's weird. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not worried about these mass shootings and stuff like that. As crazy as it sounds, it might sound ridiculous what I want to say. If you get killed in a mass killing, or if you get killed by a serial killer, like I don't want to say you're lucky, but it's like you're supposed to die. You know what I'm saying? Like the chances of getting killed in a mass shooting or by a serial killer, Joker, you're supposed to be out of there. Like you not that's like a special death. Not saying you know what I mean. Like If you were a mass shootings at and you get killed at the mass shooting, like that's like at this point your family might as well be proud. He went out on a mass shooting. Not to make a joke about a mass shooting, definitely not doing that. But it's like joker. Because the thing is, they want everybody to go everywhere being terrified. Go to the store and be terrified. Go to the place and be terrified. So what I'm saying is, instead of worrying about going places and being terrified, live your normal life. And if you get killed in a mass killing, God damn it, that means you are special. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying much more than that. But yeah, man, we'll see what happens when more details come out through an update. You know what I mean? Until in some states you can't even have a gun, so you can't even protect yourself anyway. Like in New York, you just a walking duck for anybody who got a gun. You know what I mean? In New York. But all this shit going on, and this is what's so bogus about mass shootings. How? When have you ever seen a mass shooting be done with an illegal firearm? Have you ever heard of a mass shooting be carried out with an illegal firearm? I can't sit there and even say. I'm sure if I think hard enough or do some research, I'll find some. But I can't, off the top of my head right now, sit here and tell you an exact, definite incident where a mass shooting was done with an illegal firearm. So that should tell you something. You know what I'm saying? That's noteworthy. That doesn't add up because all these goddamn people out here walking around. That's weird. Don't you think that's weird? There's never been not one. I'm gonna say not one, but it's not really a known thing to have mass shootings with illegal firearms. So even if gun control is the motivation, what would that even do? What's that going to do besides take guns from away from people that should have them to be able to protect themselves? The people who don't got, people who can't have guns if they want one, they can get one anyway off the street. You know what I'm saying? So many goddamn people. I guess because it's nice out here, everybody want to be out and about. So yeah, man. Hit the goddamn like button. I think I forgot. I ain't forget about you, greasy little. Hit the goddamn like button. Like I just told y'all, I just got off probation for trying to buy a legal firearm. Got hemmed up for trying to be a goddamn law-abiding citizen. I had to fucking get arrested, go in front of a judge, get bail, pay for a lawyer, pay a fine, deal with probation. And I haven't been, my charges are way super old, way back in the goddamn day. Meanwhile, you'll sell a gun to anybody else. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to get a goddamn gun to protect my motherfucking self. Coffee said, government plan to make the shooting so bad that they have to take the guns away. That's how it seems. That's how it seems. But like I told you, if you just came in here, these white boys in Pennsylvania is not giving nobody their motherfucking guns. That's not going to happen like that. It just ain't going to happen. I'm telling you, I'm from Pennsylvania. I know all different types of people. I grew up with all kind of different kind of people. These white boys, and when I say white boys, there's no kind of like disrespect or no racial slur. I'm just saying these white boys in Pennsylvania that live in the woods and shit, they are not giving you their motherfucking gun. It just it's not going to happen. I guarantee you it ain't going to happen. So I don't know who they going to start trying to take their guns from or how they going to do it, but it ain't going to be these boys in Pennsylvania. I'll tell you that for a fact. I'll tell you that for a motherfucking fact. A goddamn fact. I'll tell you that. So they start doing that. Maybe they can start down Delaware somewhere, maybe out in fucking Michigan, maybe somewhere, but it won't be here. You know what I mean? But I think maybe what they're trying to do is make it so bad to where people, the citizens ourselves, start begging the government to be like, please come and take these guns, please. That's probably what they're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Make us beg. You know what I mean? I just seen this new thing they got out now called burner. I'm about to go out and buy one of these since I can't have a motherfucking gun. Oh, this mother. Abraham D said, I hope their agenda falls apart. BZ said, congratulations on being free from payroll. Yo, I appreciate that, man. You don't fucking know. Not that I do too much any motherfucking way. This day and age, I'm just trying to make money, pay my motherfucking bills, live legal, and be comfortable. I don't smoke weed. Like, if I smoke, the last time I smoked weed, I've been on probation for a year, and I haven't smoked weed since like a year before that. You know what I'm saying? And when I did smoke weed before then, I'm the kind of joker, I take one puff off of some weed. Nowadays, they got the vape weed out. The vape weed, the THC vape. Joker, I'm lifted and zooted all goddamn night. That's all I need. I'm one of them type of people. That's how little bit I smoke. You know what I'm saying? So, I drink even less than that, Harley. I might drink, I can count on one hand how many times I drink a year. You know what I'm saying? Maybe two hands if I really, you know what I'm saying? And I don't go too many motherfucking places like to where I need permission, like be going out of state overnight. So the probation for me wasn't hard as far as like being on it, just as far as the rules and shit. Just the mental aspect of it, of knowing that if I was going to be somewhere for 24 hours, I got to call somebody and let them know. The worst part about probation, and this is the thing, shout out to my motherfucking PO. Let me just say that. Shout out to my motherfucking PO. Northampton County, Eastern Pennsylvania, Northampton County. I ain't gonna say her name, but I should say her name. I mean, why not? But I ain't gonna say her name. But chick was the best PO I ever had in my motherfucking life. I've been on probation going back 12 years old. First time I got called into a charge. You know what I'm saying? This PO, because the thing about probation is that your PO can actually is going to determine the outcome of your probation. An asshole PO can make your life a living motherfucking hell. An asshole PO will make sure to catch you up in something. I don't care how careful you are. If you got an asshole PO, they will make sure they figure out a way to violate you some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? My PO, like, not that I did anything wrong, but it's just like she wasn't going. She was cool. She understood the story. Years old, ain't been in trouble in who knows how many goddamn years. I had a driving thing in 2014. She knew it was bogus. So she didn't split me at all. Out to her, you know what I'm saying? If I ever hit the motherfucking lottery or come to a lot of money, I'd throw her a couple fucking stacks just for being how cool she was. But yeah, man. Knowledge. Oh well, you don't need a gun. You need knowledge. Yeah, knowledge never hurts. You know what I'm saying? No matter what it is, knowledge always is key. The only bad thing about that is if you don't got logic or any goddamn sense, but they got a tool. You know what I'm saying? Then you're gonna be asked out because that's the thing about this world. You can't really approach every problem with logic because you're dealing with a lot of illogical people. You sit around trying to apply certain logic to some of these people and some of this stuff in today's world, you would be like, damn, I fucked up because jokers are retarded out here. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people just don't got no goddamn sense. For real, for real. A lot of people. And I ain't saying I'm so goddamn smart and special or nothing like that. I'm just saying some people just literally don't have any kind of motherfucking common sense at all. Especially nowadays. People are lost their fucking mind. Hit the goddamn like button. You gonna see me sit here and watch me lose my motherfucking mind. BZ said, but we send guns to Ukraine and leave weapons in Afghanistan. That Ukraine shit, I ain't gonna get into it because they didn't super. Not that my shit's fucked up now. I ain't even on monetization, but they really cracking down on people talking about this Ukraine shit. However, I will make a note of the fact that they sent billions and billions and billions of dollars to Ukraine, and I'll just say here in America we can use that money for our own stuff. I'll just say that for many other things. Easy says shit, invest in the weed. Shit, I ain't got enough money to invest in the weed or Hollywood. That's the thing about the weed. I don't really support this weed. To tell you the truth, this legal weed and shit like that. I don't support this shit because they done sat around locking us up all these years, messing up a lot of people's lives. Little small bag of marijuana, especially in Texas. If you look at this one information, giving jokers felonies. But now they want to come out here and make the shit legal and make money off it. Now all of a sudden, weed is fucking legal. Now all of a sudden, it's a fucking big ass party. You know what I'm saying? Legal weed in this state, that state, this state, and that state. Out there and ruin all kind of people's lives trying to make a couple of dollars. And here's the other thing about it. Not only did they fuck your life up and just say, fuck it, we want to change the law so we can eat off this shit now. Now, what they're doing by that is now they knocking out some of the local people that sell weed on the streets. So not only did they just change the game up, they came and fucking monkey wrenched the game. You know what I'm saying? Changed it up, switched the rules, and fucking strong armed the shit. Because most people, I would think, especially in certain communities, if you can go down to the fucking store and pick out, got about 100 different choices or however many things they got, weed they got. Of course, you'd rather go there and look around and buy something as opposed to the people on the street, you know, might have got one or two different kinds of weed, you know what I'm saying? It's vicious, man. This shit is vicious. The first time I lost my license was for a small amount of marijuana, and I wasn't even driving or nothing like that. You know what I mean? Hell yeah, BJ, they came out, they strong armed the game with this legal weed shit, man. They done ruined people's lives with drug charges for weed for all these years. Said we want to make money off it, so they went and switched the law now, making money off the weed, and not only that, they motherfucking pretty much took over the block. That's what they pretty much did in a lot of places. Came and took over the block on some legal weed shit. Strong arm. That's what a gangster is. You know? That's vicious. We talk about somebody being a gangster. That's a motherfucking gangster. You know what I'm saying? That's a goddamn gangster. Coming to your shit, switch the shit up. And what about all the people that went down, did years and fines and all this shit for weed all this time? Like, anybody with any weed thing on their record should be expunged from the door, no matter what. I don't give a fuck how much, what it was, that shit should be expunged, if nothing else. All the fines you paid for some weed charge, you should get your motherfucking money back. You know what I'm saying? Shit don't make no goddamn sense. That's how I feel about it. I'm about to get out of here, though, but if you didn't hear it, if you just came in here before I leave, I say it again. We got 3 separate mass shootings in 3 different cities. In each of the shootings, 3 people were killed, all last night. What's the goddamn chances of that? You know what I'm saying? Bogus as hell. But BZ also said invest in the soil to grow it. That's another thing. A lot of people don't even see what's going on with the soil. A lot of soil, a lot of usable soil to grow crops and shit like that is being taken away. If you just sit here and think about it, it's hard to see right now because if you look around, there's still a lot of land everywhere, you know what I'm saying, like in the country and shit like that. But theoretically, if we keep going the way we're going, theoretically, the whole entire country will be masonry, you know what I'm saying? I'm not just talking about Freemasons, I'm talking about actual masonry, concrete everywhere. Everywhere you look, especially where I'm from Pennsylvania, when I was young, a lot of the shit out here where I live at was farmlands and fields. All this shit now is concrete. Everywhere. Concrete and motherfucking apartment complexes, shopping centers, strip malls, all this shit. And that's why there's so much the flooding and all this shit. They're talking about global warming and all this type of shit like that, climate change. No, it's because if you put concrete down over the motherfucking grass and the soil everywhere, the water can't be soaked up into the goddamn ground, so that's what's affecting the motherfucking climate and climate change and shit like that, because you literally are not allowing the water to seep back down into the earth to evaporate back up into the atmosphere. So that's what climate change. I ain't gonna say that's the only reason climate change is about, along with a bunch of other shit. You know what I'm saying? Along with taking all the oil out of the motherfucking earth, it's like a car engine. If you take the oil out of the engine's gonna fucking seize up. So it's not fucking rocket science. You know what I mean? Same shit. But what I was gonna say, theoretically, the whole world will become everywhere, and America will eventually theoretically become a graveyard and concrete everywhere if we keep going like this. Because one thing they don't do is you never see them revert back to the earth. You see them turn a lot of the earth up, a lot of the soil, a lot of the grass to make concrete structures, but you never see them tear down concrete structures to put something to go back to grass or soil. That never happens. You know what I mean? So until that changes, that's eventually going to lead to that's downhill fight no matter how you look at it anyway. Fallout 3 type shit. I'm familiar with Fallout 3 type thing. So what do you think about the Web World Economic Forum? I don't really know much about it. I did hear people saying something about, I don't know if you're talking about the WHO thing, about they're about to give her sovereignty, I think, sovereign presidency, or the WHO, they're about to have control over our sovereignty or something like that. Now, that might be, I heard somebody talking about the World Economic Forum in regards to that, but I don't know if that's what you're talking about. But that's a whole other thing. Giving jokers who are um, these jokers in control of somebody's sovereignty, citizenship. Now you going into the realms of being able to control a person's destination and disposition over whether they're going to take any type of vaccines or some shit. Like I said, yes, the WHO, the World Economic Forum. Yeah, I've been hearing about that, man, and that's weird. They're saying that's happening either in the next couple of days or some shit like that. At the end of the day, we're fucked. That's pretty much what it all boils down to. We can sit here and try to figure all this shit out and everything, but at the end of the day, we're fucking screwed, man. We're done. Ain't nothing we can do about what's coming. Too many of us depend on false realities to wake up at this point. A lot of people are woke, and I think a lot of shit is good as far as that, but the masses is just too much. We're too cornered. You know what I'm saying? There's not enough. Like I said, the only people that will survive when it comes down to it is these people in these rural areas that got their own animals, got their own weapons, got their own shit on their own property. They're the only ones that can be able to survive all this shit. Anybody in the cities, like most of us are, all it takes is for the grocery stores in the city to be shut the fuck down and to be fucked up, and we're all fucked up just from that alone. You know what I mean? What we know about going out and catching a motherfucking wild animal and eating it? We don't know nothing about that type of shit. So that's about it, man. Shout out to everybody that came through. Beezy, seen you up in here heavy. Every MD said World Economic Forum is evil, elites running our country and world. Just like the Bohemian Grove and the Trilateral Commission and all this shit. It's all the same shit. You know what I mean? A bunch of people controlling us that, like I said, at this point, we can't really do shit about it. We love IG, TikTok, Facebook. You know what I'm saying? We need instant gratification right now. IG, YouTube, easy. I appreciate that. Stay brave. Stay out the way. You know what I mean? Everybody just do what you got to do and hit that goddamn like button before you dip. And then sat here looking at my motherfucking mouth and teeth and all this shit all this time. But K Cole, don't forget to like and share. God damn it, K Cole said, don't forget to like and share that goddamn, hit the goddamn like button. Share, like, subscribe, all that good shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit, if I don't get monetized, my monetization back in a little while, I won't be on here anyway. Not on this channel any goddamn way. I can't be on here just for no goddamn reason. This fucking sun is bright as hell. That's about it, man.